You guys see the screen, okay? Okay. Okay. Samadhi is a Pali word, right? What it means?
I think it's concentration, or is it mindfulness?
It's not mindfulness. Okay. English go with the word meditation. Meditation and mindfulness is different. They're not the same. When we are dealing with or studying meditation or samadhi in Buddhism, we will run into many key terms, which we will make sure that we clarify that so we understand. When we use this term, this is what we mean. Okay, so the word samadhi usually translate to meditation, but we will get to know the concept of samadhi more detail in this lecture. Okay, there are two sutra, at least two sutra that the Buddha actually explain in detail about how to cultivate mindfulness and do samadhi. The first one is called Satipatthana Sutta in Majjhima Nikaya. Okay, and you may hear another sutra called Maha, right? Maha. Maha means great. Great Maha Satipatthana Sutra is in Tika Nikaya, the long discourse of the Buddha, number 22. And another sutra that the Buddha talked about, very detail oriented about how to cultivate sati, okay, in Anapanasati, the one that we learned this morning. This morning I only teach you or share with you only the first part, which is cultivate mindfulness from the breath, right? Breathing in, breathing out. And last week we talked about cultivate mindfulness through walking meditation. It's just the body part. We did not cover feeling, mind, object, not yet. This is a big sutra, okay, a big sutra. And I enjoy sharing this, okay? Depend on the student. Okay, let's start it. The meaning of samadhi. When you hear the word samadhi, okay, you may think of meditation, which is fine, okay, no problem. It comes with two dimensions. The first one, samadhi, can be the state of mind. And the second one, samadhi, refer to the system of meditation. These two things, they are not the same, but they use the same word. Okay, so when someone says samadhi, when someone says meditation, I want you to kind of right away automatically know that, okay, there are two things that come with this word. The first thing is about the state of mind. And the second thing is about the method that we used in cultivate that state of mind or meditation. Okay, two things. So the meaning of samadhi, okay, usually translate to the word concentrate or put together, concentrate or put together. This is generic meaning of samadhi. The meaning that gave in the Visuddhimagga or the path of purity explained by Buddhaghosa, that he tried to explain what the Buddha mean on each vocabulary that used in the Buddhist text in the Pali language. Okay, the state of mind, this state of mind is called samadhi. The one-pointedness of mind and the unification of mind is very direct. Okay, this is the direct meaning. Get to the point. Okay, samadhi mean what? Samadhi mean to concentrate, to put things together, to unify the mind. Okay, to bring the mind up to the one-pointedness of mind. That is why sometimes I said when we close our eye, what we want to achieve is to achieve the stillness of the mind, the one-pointedness mind. But we did not talk about where and how. But this is the generic goal of someone practice meditation, to get to the state of mind being still. Okay, and this is more detail about what it means by one-pointedness of mind. See, we cannot just rely on just one vocabulary. So when the commentator, Buddhist scholar try to explain the word samadhi, okay, they have to find a variety of words, but it points to the same thing. All of these point to the same thing, which is the one-pointedness mind, the stability, the steadiness, the steadfast of mind, the absence of scattering and distraction, the unscattered mentality, tranquility, the faculty of and the power of concentration, and the right concentration. This is related to the Eightfold Path, the last one, which is right concentration. All of this try to explain the word or the state of mind being still at one place, being unifying. So when you hear I said unification of mind, what exactly that we unify? That means that at least 2 or 3 things has to be unified, right? What exactly that we unify until the mind get to that stage? To be unified, to be one-pointed. That means we have to understand the mind. The body is here, physical body. The mind, not just the mind itself. There are 4 things that make it the mind. Okay? When we talk about the 5 aggregates, we will understand more about what are these 4 things. Okay, just to give it quick information, the feeling, the mind can feel, the thinking, the mind can think, memory, the mind can memorize, and knowing, the mind can know. These 4 things must be unified to one place. And this is Samadhi. My question to you is, what about hypnotic state of mind? Or passive unconsciousness? When you sit, you may be hypnotized. Is that hypnotic state of mind considered Samadhi? Because it seems to fit with this, explanation. Your mind is unified, your mind stays still, your mind not scattered. But is this considered Samadhi?
I'm going to say no, because I think you need like consciousness. Part of concentration is like the fact that you're aware of like what you're focused on, I think. So I don't think when you're in a passive unconscious state, that's technically concentration.
This is very important. And yes, your answer is correct. Okay? It's not just stay still and don't know what's going on. You stay still with 100% mindful and aware, right? Oh, there are thoughts coming in, and it's a bad thought, reject it. There are thoughts coming in, it's a good thought, entertain it. You aware in that 30 minutes, in that 1 hour, wholesome, unwholesome, occurring in your mind, you know, you aware 100%, you alert, you aware, you mindful. And this is called Samadhi. And the keyword here I really like is right concentration. That means there is something called wrong concentration. It's opposite. Right concentration means you alert, you aware, you know, you conscious. But wrong concentration means you doesn't know what's happening in your mind. You just sit there, okay, drowsiness, don't know what to do, and stay in that. But you can stay in that for hours. But the mind doesn't develop anything. It stays dull. It stays passive. It's nothing improved. Okay? So the word Samadhi first appeared in the first teaching of the Buddha in Thanajayo Sutra. So 8 of this is in your book, okay? And the last one, the Buddha said, Samma Samadhi, which is translated to right concentration, which I will explain tomorrow in the topic of the Eightfold Path. This is very interesting topic. When we know the Four Noble Truths and we know Eightfold Path, and if we can put these 2 things work together, it helps us to understand life, it helps us to live life happier, if we can put into practice. So the word Samma Samadhi appeared for the first time in his first teaching of the Buddha to the first 5 students. Just want to emphasize that. And this is the second meaning of Samadhi, which is the system of meditation. The first one is the state of mind, right? Being still, being unified. And now the word Samadhi means the method that you use in cultivate, okay, the stillness of the mind. And we run into another key term, which is called Bhavana. You hear this word a lot if you study Buddhism, if you study meditation in Buddhism. The word Bhavana. What is Bhavana? You may hear Samatha Bhavana. You may hear Vipassana Bhavana. You may hear Citta Bhavana. Bhavana can be translated to train, to grow, to practice, to develop, to cultivate. You see how many vocabulary we use just try to explain one Pali word. So pick one that makes sense to you. Pick one that you can relate it to. So when we say Samatha Bhavana, that means that we are growing Samatha. We are develop Samatha. What is Samatha? Samatha is Samadhi. What is Samadhi? Samadhi is concentration, right?
Oh,
Yes. Mindfulness is sati.
yeah.
Okay. Here is Samadhi. This is Samadhi, right? This is Samadhi. And now we're talking about Samatha Bhavana. That means we develop Samadhi, we develop Samatha. We develop Samadhi, we develop concentration. We cultivate something that we don't have and make it happen. Or we grow something we already have, make it stronger. If you already have Samadhi, if you already have good concentration, then you Bhavana, you grow, you cultivate it, you develop it, make it stronger. Okay? And Vipassana Bhavana, same thing. We develop Vipassana. We'll get to this vocabulary in a moment. Samatha and Vipassana. So, Buddhism, there are two kind of Bhavana, two kind of mental development in general. Okay? The first one is called Samatha Bhavana or Samadhi Bhavana, which means the Bhavana that help us to develop concentration of the mind or to keep the mind still. Okay? Sometimes we use the word calmness or tranquility. So when someone practices samatha, that person is cultivate the mind to be still, cultivate the tranquility of the mind, cultivate the calmness of the mind, and that's what it means. And another form of meditation in Buddhism is called vipassana bhavana. Okay, we develop wisdom. Vipassana mean what? We mean seeing things in a different way, seeing things in a special way. Pasana mean seeing, okay, or perceiving. So when we practice vipassana, okay, we hope to get to some sort of ability to be able to seeing things in a special way. For example, now I see you, all of you, as Long P Chris, Long P John, okay, Long P Pete, Long P Ken. This is how I see you, with this eye, with this brain. But when I practice vipassana, I get to the level where my mind can see things in a special way. I can see you as a five aggregate. One set of five aggregate called Chris, one set of five aggregate called Pete, one set of five aggregate called Scott. Me is not me. Me and you, we are the same. We are just a set of aggregate. And that is called vipassana. If we can get to that level, if we can see things the way I just explained to you, fully understand like this is called vipassana. And the benefit of vipassana, it leads to the higher wisdom. When we get to see the reality like that, we will not cling to this physical body. Because there is no you, there is no me. Okay? This is advanced, very advanced. And here is, the Buddha explained level of meditation. Most of us, we only know the first level in the whole world. Every meditation school, someplace you pay a lot of money just to understand or practice only the first level. Developing concentration that leads to what? The blissful meditation in the present life. Relax, lessen stress, improve your immune system, develop good relationship with your wife. I know a man who is a business owner, and he pay a lot of money for his personal life coach. And that life coach teach him how to be mindful in living life, in doing business with others. He pay a lot of money on that. But here, if he come to ordain, he learn all of this for free. This is free. And the second level of samadhi is developing concentration further that leads to gaining knowledge and vision. Okay, the term used, vision is Chakku Korani, right? When we do Dhamma Chakku Korani, Chakku means eye, seeing thing. Jhana Korani, Jhana means knowledge. With this Chakku, with this vision, it allows you to access to the different understanding. That's why it's called knowledge, super knowledge. And how can we get these two elements, two things? You need to practice meditation to get to that level. This is the second level of meditation in Buddhism. And the Buddha explained that when he teach the five aesthetic about the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra, about the middle concept of the middle way, about the concept of the Eightfold Path. This is what he explained. And the third level of meditation is meditation that develop concentration, that lead to sati and sampachanya. Sati translate to mindfulness, again, knowing when the mind attention move from one thing to another. Awareness, now I move my leg, move my hand, now I am speaking, now I am writing. There is a concentration that help us to be mindful 100%. When you eat, your mind is here. When you walk, your mind is here. When you teach, when you drive, when you cook, when you go toilet, your mind is here with you 100%. This is the third level of meditation, the third level of concentration. We're not there yet because our mind is everywhere. If you come to this room in 1 hour session, your mind may be with you 30 minutes, 50%. But when you leave the room, your mind is everywhere, not even 10% with you. You see, this is the third level. And the last one, okay, not many people know about it, that meditation can take up to the place where we can end all defilement in our mind, to remove all mental impurity. Because when your concentration is so strong, it has the power, okay, to remove the mental impurity. You think of the flashlight. If you turn on the flashlight into the dark room, that flashlight remove all the darkness in that room. Then you can see. Depend on how big of your flashlight, how powerful of your flashlight. If you go in with this small flashlight, it remove a certain, level of darkness. But if you come with the spotlight, you plug it in, the whole room is bright. All defilement is gone. This is the level of your concentration that we can master up to that level, just like people in the past. This is how you can train yourself. The world that you come from may teach you about the first level. You may list 1,000 benefits of meditation, but it's still considered only the first level. Okay, as a Buddhist monk, we have a chance to explore deeper than that, up to the highest level. This is the first level. Okay, this question is important as a Buddhist monk. Why meditate? Why meditate? Not just, oh, I have stress, then I come meditate. Which most people do. They seek for advice. Thinking too much, they not go to bed, okay. Many rich people have a hard time going to bed without sleeping pill. Okay, and here, this question is so important. The Buddha gives us a hint why we should meditate. He said, the mind is luminous. Now he gives us the nature of the mind. The mind is luminous. It's itself luminous, okay? But it is corrupted by what? By passing defilement. The uninstructed man, just like us, does not understand this as it really is. Therefore, him there is no mental development. The second one said, the mind is luminous, okay. It can be free from passing defilement. The instructed noble disciple, just like us, understand the way, the nature, the true nature of his own mind. Therefore, there is a mental development. Take a look carefully. How many of us know in your whole life that you know that your mind is self-luminous? That's number one question. Number two question is, how many of us here know that your mind and my mind has something called defilement? The day we born until now, until you hear this sentence. And how many people in the world actually know this? This is called noble truth. The truth that ennobles us to be a noble person, because we know that we don't know, and now we get to know something that we don't know. because of the right teaching, the right information have been passing through us. That the mind is self-dominant, and that is why I have no surprise when someone share with me, say, Luang Pi, how come in the darkness of the room I meditate by myself? How come I see the light? No light is on. How come I see the light when I meditate? This is it. This is the answer. Because your mind is self-luminous. It's always luminous. The reason we don't see luminosity of your own mind because of this guy, this defilement, greed, anger, and delusion, or the 5 hindrances. These are the name of defilement in our mind. Sense pleasure, ill will, doubt, okay? All of this, the name of defilement, it's kept in our mind, and we have no idea. And because we have no idea, that is why we don't try to develop the mind, because we don't know that. And now you know. That's why the Buddha called noble disciple. We are now become a noble student. Now we know this fact, we know this truth, and now we have a chance to develop, to do something about this problem, to cleanse the mind, to cleanse this defilement out of your own mind, and get back to the original state of the mind. Bring the luminosity back to your own mind. It's already there, okay? It just need to be polished, need to be clean, and then it come back. You can get the light back. And that is why meditation is important. The mind is radiant, but it's corrupted by passing corruption. So it come and go, okay? It depends. We don't have the same level of defilement. Some people, have a lot of lust, but not anger. Some people have hot temper, get mad easily, but don't have lust. See? We're not the same, but we know our mind is not 100% pure. Ordination or being a monk give us that opportunity to zoom deeper, to explore deeper into your own mind and work on that. If you are a hot-tempered person, you utilize meditation technique that you use to kind of lessen that angry. Maybe anapanasati we learned this morning. Next time you get angry, someone says something bad, instead of yelling back to that person, why don't you take a deep breath? Come up with 10 breath rules before saying things when I'm getting mad. And when you get to 10, okay, your sati is back. And when your sati is back, you will not say something bad to that person. Okay? You say something nicer, smarter. Because violence never fix the problem. Hatred never fix hatred. Only loving kindness can fix hatred. So if you know you are a hot-tempered person, you need to develop loving kindness mind. That's what the Buddha wants us to get to know who you are and work on that, weakness of yourself. Then you can live life happier. If someone says something bad, you say something bad right away. The problem doesn't end there. And dukkha, right? You're talking about dukkha. This is the nature of life. It doesn't end there. It's go, further up to a different level of problem later. So you have to bring your sati back right away. The sooner the better. And this is the nature of the mind. From different sutra. The mind is hard to see. Okay. The mind is difficult to detect, difficult to control. It's traveling very fast. It's traveling very far. Unsteady, excitable, extremely refined. And this one, it conceives one thought at a time. This is a good information. We don't know that. Can you think of 2 things at the same time? Can you cry and laugh at the same time? Probably not, right? I can. Okay? It conceives one thing at a time. And this is the nature of the mind. It thinks very fast. You can think back to Canada just like that. You're back home at your bedroom. You can think of the moon. Now the mind at the moon. You see how fast the mind travels? Super fast. It always gets excited. This one, excitable. That's why Sariputta said, guard your sense door. That's why the Buddha said, observe precept and then guard your sense door. Because it gets excited very easily, whether something positive or something negative. You see something you like, the mind go after it. The mind sees something it doesn't like, it runs away from it. It gets excited all the time. And when we meditate, we try to neutralize this excitement of the mind. With what? With this banana. Your mind is like a naughty monkey. It jumps, it moves all the time, whatever it likes, whatever it's excited about. And in order for you to get closer to the monkey or to keep the monkey still, you need to feed the monkey with something. In this case, it's banana. So monkey get banana, monkey sit and eat. When it finish, it move on to another tree. And then you give him another banana. It sit 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and move on to another tree. So banana refer to your meditation object. If you visualize the Buddha image, you visualize these flowers, this is your meditation object, this is your banana. So I bring my mind back to this flower, 5-10 minutes, it go out again. So I come back to my object, it go out again, come back to my object. This is how I play with my mind. And nothing wrong with this, okay? This is a good meditation. It's an active meditation. That means your mindfulness is there all the time. You know when it go, you bring it back. It go again, you bring it back again. Don't get agitated about the mind going out, because this is the nature of the mind. Just understand it and understand how to play with it, with your own naughty monkey. And here's another thing that Luang Pi mentioned last session. Can I emphasize this one more time? How do you know that you are in the mode Samadhi? Okay, here the text said, being joyful, rapture. The Pali used the word piti. When the mind piti, when the mind joyful, okay, the body become tranquil. See, mind and body, they are related. When the mind feeling good, the body becomes stable, tranquil. When the body becomes tranquil, okay, we feel joy, we feel bliss. We can use the word happiness. When you read different texts, they use different vocabulary. And when we are happy, when we feel blissful, when we feel happiness, then Samadhi can happen. The mind become immersed in Samadhi. The mind become deeper in concentration. Okay, and the words that you often hear is the word what? Sabai. Right? Sabai mean what? Relax. Relax mean content. Relax mean feeling good. All of these words point to the same thing, which is the word piti. And when piti, it go to the next level, which is bliss or happiness. And with that, Samadhi happen, concentration happen. Concentration can last longer when you can maintain that blissful feeling. The reason you want to sit 1, 2, 3 hours because you feel good about this feeling. Otherwise you would quit, because the body is so much pain, so much headache, so much numbness. You would quit long time ago. The reason you don't quit because blissfulness that you have experienced. This is that immersion based on understanding of the principle. You gain mental immersion, then you can give up that state of uncertainty. Okay. The Buddha talking about something deeper. If you can do this, maintain Samadhi like this, eventually you will get deeper and deeper, and then you can cleanse your mind, cleanse all the defilement in your mind. Here is again to emphasize that the ultimate aim of us being a monk or novices, we want to get here, to realize Nibbana, to realize the supreme peace or supreme happiness, where the mind is completely free from defilement. This is the ultimate aim of someone living life spiritually, just like us. Lay people, they don't in a rush, okay? They observe 5 precepts, they travel, they have kids, they have family, they have business, no problem. You just observe 5 precepts, and then you meditate. From time to time, you make merit, you offering food, you go to the temple. That's fine, good life. Nothing wrong with that. But monk, we understand this life, but we should to live this lifestyle, because this is the fast track. This is the highway of liberation. We don't have to waste time raising kids, pay the bill, a lot of things as the lay people do. The mind is free from those worry. So we walk on the highway hopefully one day we will realize Nibbana. Okay, the word Nibbana may be foreign to us. Okay, we can use something else. Okay, we can use the word happiness. Keep it simple. But happiness is not only the destination, but it also the way of life. If you put Dhamma into practice properly, you can live life happily on a daily basis. You don't have to wait until your mind is free from defilement and experience something called Nibbana. No, you can be happy now. If you are mindful of what you see, what you hear, what you eat, what you taste, what you touch. If your sati is good, your concentration is good as well. It goes together. So the structure here the Buddha give to master sila or morality, to master samadhi or concentration, and to master panya or wisdom. With three of these fully master, you will achieve or realize or attain nibbana. That's the idea. But on the daily basis, this is what we do every day, right? We observe precept, we learn about precept, and we meditate every day, and we learn the Dhamma, we learn the wisdom. We on our way, okay, to this journey. This is the daily basis of the monk. Chanting, meditation, Dhamma study, clean the temple. Everything we do is about self-development. It's about mind development. It's about cultivate good habit. It's about being a better person. Every single day. Until one day that we 100% pure. Body, speech, and mind are pure. And then we can realize that experience called Nibbana. Here, there are two kinds of meditation in Buddhism that Long Pi mentioned earlier, right? Samatha and Vipassana. So as a monk, we need to be able to differentiate which one is Samatha, which one is Vipassana. The yellow one, Vipassana. The blue one, Samatha. All of this is in the book that you have, okay? For example, the first one called Anusati, right? Anusati means what? Recollection. Recollection of what? Recollection of 10 items of this. Okay, recollection of the Buddha, the Dhamma, the precept, the donation, okay? Or 10 kind of asubha, reflect on the body, okay? The crop, there are 10 kind of crop that we can reflect on. There are many things, kasina, okay? Meditation object, about earth kasina, about water kasina, about fire kasina, about blue, yellow, red, white kasina. There are many, many kinds in samatha. Because samatha means what? Concentration, right? To calm the mind down, to concentrate the mind. That's the goal of samatha. There are thousands of techniques that people used back then to calm the mind down. To me, countless of techniques, anything. But the most and famous and effective method that people use listed in the text only 40 techniques. 40 techniques. 10 of these, supha mean the ugliness of the body. 10 of kasina, okay, and 4 of this, Brahma Vihara, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity. And another 4 of this, Arupachana, another 4. Ahare Patiku Sanya, one of these, which is reflect on the loathsomeness of the food that we eat. Before we eat, the food looks good, beautiful, smell good. And tomorrow morning when we go toilet, it look ugly. That means this physical body is dirty. The clothes that we wear after you do laundry, it smells good, soft, nice. After 1 day, 2 days that you wear, it smells bad. Where the smell came from? Came from your body. That the body is dirty. Okay, this is the reflection on that. And the last one is about element, 4 elements. So all of this, there are 40 techniques that mentioned in the text that people practice a lot. I will not cover all of these 40 techniques. This is too many, okay? But feel free to educate yourself if you have time. Just find one technique that you feel comfortable, okay? Like breathing technique. Anapanasati is listed here. It's about reflect on your, use your breath as your meditation object. All of this at all. Here, number 9, mindfulness on the breathing. This is here. You can use breathing as your object. Okay, if you come from non-Buddhist background, you don't have faith in Buddha, that's fine. This is science. If you do it right, the mind will become still. You don't have to believe in the Buddha. If I am born Buddhist, I have faith in Buddha, I can think of the Buddha, and that help my mind to be calm, to be still, to be concentrate faster. Then perhaps I may choose that one. See, it depends. Anything of this, the Buddha asks you to go ahead, guy, explore and to see which one works for you. There are 40 of them that you can explore according to the text. But every technique coming down to the same idea. It takes your mind to be unified, to be concentrated. Most important question is where? Where is your mind concentrated? Yes, in this class, okay. But if you ask people in the whole world, they don't know where the mind should be unified. And center of the body did not mention anywhere in the Buddhist text. No, I cannot debate this without reference in the academic world. When it comes to the center of the body, there is no reference. This is come from practical, come from seeing from the master. Okay, so here is the picture. All of those 40 techniques, whichever you choose to practice, it's coming down to the one pointedness mind. It helps the mind to be still, to be concentrated. Okay, somewhere, one pointed mind somewhere. The text did not explain where. To me, I'm curious. Where should I bring my mind back and have it stay 30 minutes, 1 hour? The text did not say that. Did not explain of how and where. It explained how. It did not say where. And this is interesting. This is what happened. If you pick one of these techniques, okay, it's coming down to one place. Okay, which is the mind become unified. The mind become concentrate, fully still. And when it become fully still, this is what happened. The 5 hindrances will be removed or will not function in that stage of mind. The mind will not crave for anything. The mind will not get angry or uncomfortable or agitated with anything. The mind will have no sleepiness. The mind will have no doubt of anything in that stage of mind. This is science as well. Whatever technique you use, whoever you are, if we do it right, this will happen for sure. Just like you turn on the flashlight in the darkness. In the dark room, the darkness will gone. Same thing, 5 hindrances will be gone when the mind become unified. And not only that, this help you see clearer picture. Okay, I talk about 40 technique, okay, but I will not go off that. Because Samatha has 40 technique mentioned in the text. There are more than that. But every Samatha helps to take the mind down to one place, okay, which is one pointedness mind. But another part on the yellow side, Vipassana, okay. These are the list of Vipassana that mentioned. First, how do you know we practice Vipassana? Okay, 5 aggregate. Number 1, 12 ayatana. What is 12 ayatana? Ayatana is 6 outside ayatana and 6 inside. Okay, eye, ear, nose, tongue. Right. This is inner, and the outer world, the form, the sound, the taste, the smell. Those is an outer world. So all together they call 12. Okay, 12 ayatana. And element not just 4. Okay, there are 18. Faculty as well, about eye seeing, about ear hearing, about mind feeling, 22 of that. This is number 4. And number 5 is the Four Noble Truth. And number 6 is dependent origination. So all of these an advanced Dhamma. We have to have ability to see, then we can understand. We cannot intellectually try to understand what it is as a 5 aggregate. That's why I said, when I look at you, you look at me. You see me as one human being called Luang Pi Narong Chai. I see you as the one human being called Luang Pi Chris. Because I don't have ability to do Vipassana yet. But when I get to understand the 5 aggregate, I see you as 5 aggregate. You see me as 5 aggregate. So I don't cling on you, you don't cling on me. I don't cling on myself either. And this is advanced, okay? Let's finish with this one. Samatha, concentration, right? Samatha and Samadhi, the same word, okay? The goal of Samatha is to get to the one-pointed mind, remove 5 hindrances. And once this happens, the outcome after this point is you achieve the first level of Jhana. Again, this is a new term for today. This is your outcome. The mind become peace, become calm, the state of perfect equanimity and awareness. And this is called Jhana. Jhana is the mind is highly focused. Your concentration is very strong. Not just I stay with the object. Now I go beyond that. My concentration is go beyond just stay with this flower or Buddha image. It's called the Jhana. Okay? So you see, after removing 5 hindrances, the Jhana happen. This is science. It will happen like this. No matter who you are, no matter what you believe. If you do it right, this will happen. You will feel bliss, you will feel calm, you will feel perfect peace in your mind. But Vipassana gives different outcome. Vipassana or insight meditation, the meditation that leads to a higher knowledge, that leads us to see things the way they really are, that leads us to see things in a special way. That's the goal of Vipassana. So when we practice Vipassana, we will have the right understanding. We look for acquiring the right understanding of the true nature of all phenomenon. And it helps remove ignorance or avijja. And when the ignorance have been removed, the mind is liberated. Okay? Simple. Simple. But it's not mean easy. Okay? What is mean by right understanding? Again, I just explained about the 5 aggregate. Now I understand that this is not me. This is called right understanding. As long as I understand this is me, and this is mine, this is myself, so I will keep on clinging on this body forever. And I will get trapped in the realm of existence because it's me, it's mine. I don't want to die, I don't want to go, I want to be here, I want to exist. Okay? A lot of information today. Okay? We'll stop here, 5 o'clock. Any question? We'll continue tonight.